if I told you something crazy? What if I told you you could launch your own spirit-based business within 2 days?
Well, don't think about it. Do it.
The Light Worker Liftoff Workshop is back. Yes, it's back. May 17th and 18th, a 2-day event. And don't forget the VIP kit, which is just $47, which helps you with your social media presence as well. And for those of you who are busy, for your convenience, Dr. Lisa is offering a noon and evening time class. By the way, why wouldn't you want to sign up? This workshop is free. And also, don't forget to use my link, www.at2.lightworkerliftoff.com. The views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And of course, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling? What's up, everybody? I know we back for two times. We back again, and I told y'all I was gonna do it. Shout out to Autumn's mom, because I do want to say that she was the one that kind of inspired me, because she was like, "Hey, are you gonna talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?" And I did watch it because I planned on doing it. And I was like, everybody and their mama gonna be talking about it, but hell, everybody and their mama talk about everything, so why can't I do it, right? What's up, Wendy Lynn? Shout out to all my members, by the way, because y'all keep the bills paid. Shout out to Casey. What's up, Casey? Mina, the hardest working mod. Shout out to Wendy Lucas. Thank you for always being the first one here. I appreciate that. What's up, Otto's mom? Speaking of her, she's in the chat right now. What's up, Toria? She said that robbery was staged, so PK can... We gonna get into it. Trust me. Okay, so who we want to start out with first? And no, I don't have their pictures or anything like that. I don't have that. You know, I didn't prep for that. But we'll just go off the top of the dome. So the episode starts out, you know, showing like the surveillance footage of the robbery and stuff like that. I just want to say a few things. It's weird to me that he is, hold on. It's weird to me that she decided to film, right? Like right after she got robbed. Anybody else would have took some time to themselves and been like, yo, let me, you know, get my thoughts together. Let me relax. Let me, you know, take some time for me and my family. That's so weird to me that your first thought was like, oh, let me go to Kyle's house so we can film the scene about me getting robbed. And I'm having, you know, PTSD. When I heard the dog bark, I started freaking out. And like, it just seemed like really too much. It was too much. You know what I mean? And then like, you know, the girls some of them went over there. Garcelle did show up. Remember, Garcelle and Dorit didn't have the best relationship, but I guess they're cool now. But, you know, Garcelle even showed up over there at Kyle's house. It just seemed like it was, let's capture this moment. Let's capture this storyline. Because refresh my memory, but wasn't there a rumor that Dorit was supposed to be a friend of the show and she was going to be a main housewife? Now, I'm not saying they staged it, but I'm saying you got to do what you got to do to keep your, they don't have a peach, they have a diamond. To hold your diamond, you got to do whatever you got to do. It was weird she left her kids home. Right, she left the kids to go to Kyle's house. Like, who had the kids? Now, granted, the kids could have not have been shown, but that's just weird to me. You should be with your family. Kyle gave her a few bad acting. And then also, why was Kyle crying so much? It didn't happen to you. It happened to her. Damn it. Kyle was over there crying, and it was just too much. I was all like, y'all, this is crazy. Kyle was the one crying more than Dorit was crying. And then, PK came from London and then met up with her at Kyle's house. So your first interaction with your husband since being robbed was on camera. Y'all, it just didn't seem right with her assistant. Listen, they should have went to a hotel or somewhere where it was safe. Like, because I don't know if your house gonna get hit back up. You know what I mean? I hope it doesn't. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to put that in the universe, but I hope it doesn't get hit back up. Hopefully everything's okay. She did say they still haven't caught the perpetrators. They still haven't caught them. Also, she did not have her alarm system on because a lot of people were blaming the Teddy girl. Her husband does security or whatever, and Teddy said she did not set up her security system. But also, Dorit admitted that she didn't turn it on at all. So, if I have valuables, if I'm in that kind of area, I'm going to have on the alarm. And especially, in Southern California, where all of California, but in Southern California, there's been more of like home break-ins and stuff like that. Here up north where I am, it's more carjackings and shit like that. But down there's like more home invasions, and especially in those richy areas. And here's another thing too. Now, I know the cops be driving up and down the street. Like, no cops drove up and down the street and seeing like these fools like in hoodies and shit like that. And then also, you got to remember, she asked the guy, please don't take my phone. So he took the phone and then left it by the entryway so she could then go get her phone. I don't know too many robbers that be like, oh, okay, I'll let you have your phone, like try to reason with you. They usually don't give a I'm just saying. That is true. I'll be putting for sale sign up. Yeah. And isn't she still in that house? And then just like Toria said, he paid off that debt, the casino debt. I still think they have a whole bunch of debt, but he paid off the casino debt, which was like the major one. Making noises in her hands, not one tear come out. Those those eyes, it was all fake. They walked away really. Robbers run and get the hell out. You know what? They were walking, huh? It wasn't like a hustle. They walked out. Just everything about the surveillance footage, and I did play it like originally when it happened. It all just seemed so slow, and it wasn't like quick, Now, she did say they didn't expect her to be in the home, but even if they didn't expect her to be in the home, whatnot, is usually an in and out situation. It's not all this, oh, let me expect the window, make sure this is the right window. No, it's in and out. They already know what they're going to do. They already got a layout of your home. They don't have to think like, oh, let me think like, oh, should I do this or should I do that? They already in there out. I'm sorry, my bad, Casey, but I'm just saying it'd be a lot of robberies down there and shit, just like up here. She claims she didn't put the alarm on because she didn't want it to go off when the kids woke up. Here's the thing about that, right? So you can set an alarm for like the inside of your house, but usually most people set the alarm for if the door or the window gets open, right? So if your kids go downstairs, it will not trigger the alarm. Again, Usually people set the alarm for the door, window, and that kind of stuff. So if your kids went downstairs, I don't like you could set different settings for the alarm. You know what I mean? That that wasn't an excuse at all. That wasn't. That really wasn't. Again, um Sutton had went to Kyle's house, and Kyle's like crying and all distraught from the situation, right? So then, Sutton was all like, "Oh, well, I have some things going on. I'm trying to get this French designer in through customs and shit." And then Kyle was all like, "Well, that doesn't seem like the same as, being robbed at gunpoint." And she was like, "Oh, well, I didn't have a gun to my head, but, I'm still putting out fire." I honestly think that Sutton did not believe what happened. I think Sutton was like a lot of us. I don't think she believed what happened at all. I mean, let me ask you guys. We're going to play a commercial break, but did you guys believe when you first heard that she got robbed? Did you guys believe it was true? Put a 1 in the chat if you believed it was true. Put a 2 in the chat if you did not believe that she was actually robbed and this was staged. And we're going to play a commercial and we'll be right back, you guys.
What if I told you something crazy? What if I told you you could launch your own spirit-based business within 2 days?
Well, don't think about it. Do it.
The Light Worker Liftoff Workshop is back. Yes, it's back. May 17th and 18th, a 2-day event. And don't forget the VIP kit, which is just $47, which helps you with your social media presence as well. And for those of you who are busy, for your convenience, Dr. Lisa is offering a noon and evening time class. By the way, why wouldn't you want to sign up? This workshop is free. And also, don't forget to use my link, www.at2.lightworkerliftoff.com.
Okay, let me see. Okay, Autumn says 1. Toria says 2. Robert's case, the joint, they just go and leave you to call the leave you the cell phone to call the police on us because we just robbed you and we want to get caught. Right. We want to get caught. They would have took that phone if they were smart. Friday after that, the crackhead Santa Claus. Right. I believe it when I first heard about it, but after watching this episode, I call BS. Oh, okay. Okay, Autumn. Okay, got you. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. I'm just happy that even though the kids were in the home, whether this was real or staged, at least it didn't affect the kids, moving on. I think Sutton didn't really believe that the story was true. That's probably why she didn't have like a reaction to it. She was just kind of like, okay, whatever. I don't really care. And then she talked about how she wanted to go on dates and she's been set up on dates and stuff like that. And she was all like, it's not going to be the same as Erika, because basically she called Erika a gold digger. Like she's looking for somebody with a mansion, a lot of money and shit like that. And she was all like, I don't need a man with any money. As soon as I heard that, I was all like, Sutton, where do I apply? Because I ain't got no motherfucking money. So I was like, well, shit, where do I apply? I was turning in my application because, Sutton got some money. Shit. Anyway, I know I'm going to hell, but y'all going to hell with me too. But anyway, so Sutton, went ahead and, basically was like, I don't give a damn about Erika, and especially after the way she talked to me. I don't give a damn. And Kyle's all like, well, I think after the dinner, she went home and cried. Kyle, shut up. Nobody cares. We're just waiting for you to sell your sister or throw your sister under the bus this season. That's what we're waiting for. Other than that, Kyle doesn't need to be seen this season until the Kathy part come up. Moving on. Erika and Garcelle met up, right? And Erika and Garcelle, they're talking about the whole thing. And Erika said the charges had been disproven. No charges have been dropped, but they've been disproven. And she was like, I don't see anything in the blog. And Garcelle was like, I didn't see anything in the blogs or anything like that. And then even the producers asked her, like, oh, can, people look it up online, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm sure your lawyer is telling you, like, oh, yeah, I can disprove this, I can disprove that. Because, your lawyer, they just care about getting money. Lawyers are liars. They don't care about people's feelings. They just want their money. They're going to tell you whatever they want to hear and say, like, yeah, I can defend you. As long as you got the money. Because if you try to get some shit done for free, you definitely ain't going to get no help. You want to know how I know? Because I tried to get some shit for free and it didn't work. But anyway, and then Erika got all defensive and she was like, Bravo can go look it up, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Bravo can't look it up because it's not true. And I know there's been a lot of information out there saying, like, this isn't true. This is like a baseless claim, This is a baseless claim. Like, what are you talking about that you try to get the fuck out of here, Did anything else happen interesting, y'all? Oh, I know Lisa and Sutton are kind of fighting over this whole whether or not Sutton bought the table at the charity event and stuff like that. I know that has also been proven that Sutton was telling the truth. They said Lisa has never donated any money to the Elton John Foundation. So, we'll see how that develops and stuff like that. I think Lisa should have just took it on the chin and just been like, whatever. And especially because now I have a question, because YouTubers are doing this to each other. How are y'all pulling each other's taxes up? Like, how do you even do that? Now, don't pull my shit up because you'll see that I owe money. I mean, well, shit, I'm telling you right now. So you ain't gonna see anything. You ain't gonna see anything damaging to me because it's gonna let you know, like, I owe them money. But how are people pulling up people's taxes and shit? But anyway, according to, well, I know for charity you have to put that out. Like the charity has to like have it open so people can see and stuff like that. But see who donated and where the money came from, all that stuff. But Sutton, it shows on her taxes that she paid, but with Lisa, it doesn't show that she paid anything too. So she was basically there to show face, but she didn't donate any money or anything like that. Erika, we see you. No one believes you. You need more witnesses. Wendy, do not have that. Sorry, hun. Wait, do not have that. Sorry, hun. Oh, what happened? What's going on? Crystal was in the episode for a minute, and then the other two people, the new girl and Cherie was not there. They weren't in the episode, but other than that, I thought it was a good episode. I didn't think it was like great or anything like that. It was kind of like, hey Layla, how you doing? It was all right. I mean, the ratings were good. It got over 1 million watchers. It did better than the Atlanta Housewives did. So I mean, it seems like it's gonna pick up later on in the season and stuff like that. But it was a good first episode. Of course we want more, but you can't expect everything on the first episode. I went ahead and dropped the link for you guys to go ahead and join, just in case you want anything to say. I know Autumn said she wanted to come on and say something, so definitely I went ahead and dropped that link. Anybody else can click on. We're gonna do a commercial. We'll be right back. That's what the hell I was trying to say.
All right, y'all. We're going to try to budget today. Wait, who am I kidding? You know I ain't got no money up in my wallet, but I know a friend who can help you with that.
Make sure you guys subscribe to our new friend, Brandee. She is an all-around lifestyle channel that teaches you about mental health, motherhood, and finances. Yes, finances. And did I forget to tell you that she has her own Etsy shop where she sells custom binders and envelopes? So make sure you guys subscribe now and also follow her on TikTok and Instagram.
Toria, yes, I did. Oh, so you didn't like the gloves, huh? All right, here we go. Here's Autumn. What's up, Autumn? How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. I really wanted to get other people's feedback. I'm like, is it me? Because none of this is making sense. And you know me, I give you the benefit of the doubt until
Right.
what you're saying makes no sense. And after watching that episode, I'm like, wait a minute, Dorit. So you want me to believe, A, they robbed you. You have a security system, which, okay, let's be honest, all of us that have them, you don't always put them on, you know?
Mhm.
But okay, so you didn't put it on, but this happens to be the day that they rob you. 4 hours after a whole film crew left your house, and nobody would have said maybe that ain't the house to hit. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like they didn't case the joint. They just picked your house at random. Also, the fact that to me, she threw her kids under the bus and put their lives in jeopardy when she
Mhm.
stated that they were sleeping and when she ran into the guy, they didn't even know the kids was there. But during the robbery, she tells them, please don't hurt my kids, don't wake up my kids. Why you even tell them anybody else was in the house?
Right. Don't tell
No,
them shit.
yeah. No mother's gonna say, "Oh, by the way, don't." I can see you saying, "I'm a mother, don't hurt me," but not that your
Right.
kids are in the house.
Right.
Then she further along, and then she's gonna say they're sitting there and they're taking stuff, and she told them, "You guys need to hurry up and wrap it up and leave, or you're gonna get caught." What? What?
Oh, I forgot all about that. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Where they
Who,
do
who
that at?
who says that? Like she was doing way too much talking. Like for me, it was more like you need to shut the hell up and just worry about, like don't even care. Just be all like, take everything. Like
Exactly.
who's reasoning and doing all this talking? Toria, what were your thoughts on the whole robbery thing?
Oh my God. I laughed so hard through the whole episode. I mean, I was just cracking up laughing. I couldn't help but laugh. I even backed it up a couple times to laugh some more because it was the fakery of the tears for me. I kept rewinding it so I could watch to see did I see any tears. No, no tears was coming out her eyes. She was just making noises and sniffling in her hands. You know,
Right.
I got thrown out of a show tonight before you came live because I said that the whole thing was staged and Zach Peter didn't like that too much. He said, "How can you say that? That's not right. She was really hurt. She
Mm,
could have
mm.
lost her life." I'm like, the truth is the light and the light will shine and it will come out in the long run. He said, "Well, if it comes out, I promise you I'll eat crow." I said, "I promise you I'll be there for it when you have to eat it."
Oh,
Wow.
Toria, you got
Wow.
Toria, you supposed to read the room. Like when he was talking, like did it seem like he was believing Dorit?
Yeah, but I'm going to make my comment in the chat. I'm going to say what I think. And then I even had another one of his people in there said, "This is not the Gabor show." I'm like, oh, now you're going to throw
Ooh.
Gabor under the bus. This is
Wow,
not,
and Gabor didn't make you do it, so why would? Wow.
Mm.
them white people over there, they believe everything his Botox ass says.
That is funny. Yeah, I saw
You
somebody
know,
else say,
he went to that lady in the OC, the one that's having the she does, you know, put stuff in your face. What's her
Oh,
name? Jen.
the injection. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. He went
of
to her.
course.
Now, why would you go to somebody that's practices being sued because you have a doctor there that's using medicine putting in people's faces that is not approved in America, that came from Japan or somewhere.
mm,
And
Oh,
he went and did it on one of his lives as she was sticking it in his face. And I'm like, oh my God, you fool. You fool.
Mm.
so Autumn, what did you want to say before I go to Amy?
No, I was gonna say I was surprised. I saw somebody else say that they watched it and they literally cried. I'm like, cried for what? That they were so emotionally moved by Dorit and her trauma. I'm like, oh my God, you suckers! Like I see a big lollipop on your top of your head. You gotta stop.
Can I speak?
Autumn,
Yeah.
did you hear the part when she said she told them it was over $1 million worth of stuff in there, get it and get out?
Yes, yes, and hurry up before you get caught. And then, like I
Right.
said, who would have even thought you let them take all your other pricey belongings, but you're gonna have the wherewithal to say, please don't take my cell phone? Girl, if you don't let them take that cell phone and run to a neighbor's house when they gone like everybody else would have done, or went to your alarm and hit the panic button, your cell phone should have been the last thing you was thinking of. None of that made sense. That's not rational thinking.
Let me
Right.
tell you,
Amy
years
J.
ago, I was robbed. My house was robbed years ago. I mean, way before I was even with my husband and stuff. But years ago, I was robbed. I went to open the door, and 3 guys came in the house with guns, and I had company at the time. Come to find out, one of the people that was at my house at the time, it was his cousins that did it because they knew that we had a lot of money in the house. But look, when they robbed us, they took the damn phones off the wall, AT2,
Yes.
because it wasn't like the kind of cell phones we have now. They took
Right.
the phones off
You
the
had a
wall.
landline, like
Yeah,
old
they went
school.
outside with my phones, and they went upstairs and took every phone that was in my house. But the dummies messed up because they went around the corner and robbed somebody else. And I had called the police, and soon as in my area the police heard it was my house, I know the cops there. They came right to my house and they took us around the corner to identify them, and the dummies got locked up the same night. But I'm not going to tell them where the stuff was. I didn't tell them a darn thing.
Right. They were doing way too much talking. Amy J, like, do you think they were doing Dorit was doing way too much talking for this to be seen as real?
I wanted to say, because I have never watched Beverly Hills Housewives ever. Ever.
Oh, damn.
Ever. I've heard the characters. Ever. I heard the characters, but I don't know who's who or what's what. But when I was watching it, this is an honest opinion from never, like, not knowing sides or anything.
Right. I like that.
So I was watching it, and I felt bad, but then the more she started to go over everything, because I could relate. She probably didn't want to be in her house. She was with her friends and talking. But as she was telling the story, a part of me was like, is she acting? Because it just seemed unreal. Because she was like, it was parts where she was trying to muster up like emotion. Maybe she had cried herself out. I'm not sure. But a part of me, I just started laughing in the middle of her monologue. I'm not lying. I was like, who is this person? And I burst out laughing because I was like, is she real? Because there was one point where she was standing there and she started to like try to push the tears out, but nothing came out. And I was like, so a part of me was like, I believe she got robbed. There's no question. I believe she got robbed.
Okay.
But I believe to a certain extent, she was performing for the cameras. So she wasn't being totally natural. I think once the cameras left, she started crying and really feeling it. But I felt like she was performing for the cameras, trying to make it more emotional when she couldn't like really dig into her emotion to tell the truth. That's what I saw. And I don't know any of these characters. I just know Garcelle.
Amy, can I ask you a question?
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Autumn, go first, ask your question, and then Toria next.
Okay. Amy, are you a mom?
Yes, I'm a mother.
Okay, good. So my question is, I can see, yes, absolutely. We would have had to get up out that house. I don't see me going to that house no time soon. But would you have taken your children with you, especially if you thought that they could have possibly, something had happened to them just hours before?
I think she felt safe because now you have everybody's eyes and ears open. I'm not saying she made the best decision, because I've been in trauma situations where I would never, like, my daughter was safe somewhere. So I was able to like go home and relax and not think about certain things because I knew she was safe. But I'm thinking because the camera crew and all these people are there kind of like coddling her. Because to me, I'm not lying. When I was watching it, I bust out laughing because it was one point I was like, I feel like she wants to make this scene more dramatic than actually what she feels.
See, now, I'm thinking, like you said, when you say everyone's there, but nobody was there. The camera crew and stuff was at Kyle's house. Her husband wasn't even home. He was on the plane on his way to Kyle's house.
She was telling the story about what happened and everybody was listening.
That was at Kyle's house. Yeah.
I felt like she was acting. I felt like she wanted to make the scene more dramatic. I
get that. I'm just saying, as a mother, don't you think if that really happened, would you have left your house hours after getting robbed and left your children in the house where the robbery took place, knowing your husband's not there and you're going to Kyle's house for dinner to wait for your husband? You left them in that house with an assistant, not with camera crews. You're not like I would have to like get in bed with my kids and
this is no good. From watching what I saw, I feel, because I've been in shock. I don't think it hit that girl until way later, because she was literally like, I feel like she wanted TV. She wanted something interesting to give to the cameras. This is what I literally was thinking. Because I was like, she literally was like, it was points where I'm telling you, she stopped and you can see she was trying to push herself to cry, but she was still in shock. So you can't cry when you're in shock. Sometimes your body can't produce the tears.
Right. After something like that, you would be in shock.
Yeah, for me, when my brother had passed, when they first told me, I did not cry. I was like, I felt like I was in a movie. I just was like, this isn't real. I kept telling myself, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real. It wasn't until like days later that I just like cried. But like when people were asking me, I was trying to make myself cry because I knew I felt some type of trauma, but I couldn't get it out. But for her, I feel like because the cameras were there, it seemed like she was like, it looks like they want me to cry, so I'm going to start crying. And that's
right. It didn't look natural. It looked like she definitely was playing it up for the cameras. And
that's what made me laugh. And I'm bad. I'm horrible.
Right. But at the same token, your first interaction, your first thought is like, oh, I need to go film at somebody's house. It just didn't make any sense.
You know what I feel? Because so much stuff, just from what I watch on these shows, I think she thought it was fake herself. She probably was hoping it was fake. I really feel like that.
No, she was trying to keep her job. But anyway, Toria, go ahead and ask your question.
Okay. First thing, she didn't call the police right after the robbery. She called somebody else first, some kind of blogger or something. But then that came out right away.
That? I'll just y'all don't have these YouTubers mad at me, but keep going, Toria.
I think it was the Daily Mail.
So but anyway, the PR mode at the same time. That's just saying.
PK owed money to this casino. Now everybody knows when you owe that kind of money, like he's not owing like $5,000 or something. He owed a lot of money. When they got that insurance money, the first thing he paid was that. You didn't pay the IRS first. You paid them first.
I don't know. Did these people scammers or something?
Yeah.
They was gonna hurt him and his family. He didn't want them coming to that house. They're not, when they come for you, them casinos, all of them are into the mob and all that kind of stuff. They're going to kill everybody in the house.
You know what
it was probably going to be off with his head.
You know what it looks like?
Let's watch through the season. Let's see how many handbags she comes out with, because she talked about her handbags first they took. So let's see, because Dorit had a lot of handbags, very expensive ones. Let's see how many she carries, because she ain't replacing them.
Oh,
you know what I was thinking though? You ever see them prank videos when one person they think it's a prank, but they don't know if it's a show, so they start acting it up too. But they feel like it's a prank, but they know because this person pranks them. That's what it looked like. That's why I started laughing. I said, did she think it's fake? because the way she's acting. But then I had another question. So I'm asking about this one girl's response. Why that lady act like nothing was going on? She just don't like that girl? Because she said, I'm having such a horrible day. I'm trying to get this person in the country. I
Sutton.
bust out laughing.
Because
I
Sutton
think she
knows,
didn't believe
Sutton
it.
knows just a lie.
Yeah,
Sutton
because
knows that.
Sutton's like a human lie detector. She don't
She
get,
didn't believe
she's not
it.
gonna,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, I said, what is going on? She act like it's another day in the park. I said, these people is wild. I gotta watch this show. It was funny.
Right. I think she didn't believe it like the rest of us. Like, oh, okay, what you want me to do about it?
And it took me, I was like, have they never had any trauma? Because the cowgirl, she was breaking down and crying. I said, now why she keep crying? It wasn't even your
Yeah.
that wrong.
It seemed like Kyle was looking for a moment because, like, why was she crying more than Dorit was, you know?
I did hear about the girl who had the $20 million, and that was funny. Production played her every scene. She was like, they figured it out. They know I didn't do anything. They said, is it anything written? She said, you do your due diligence. I bust out laughing. I said, oh, she stole that money. I don't even know her, but I was like the way she acted and the way.
Oh, so Lala said they owed $8 million.
Who? The one that got robbed?
I also thought they owed money $8. Oh, maybe that meant Anne. And they owed money and they needed to get robbed to get the exact amount. Right. And that's what we were talking about too when Toria let us know that they owed the mafia or
I was
the
about to say
casino.
Toria.
I have a question. Is it possible that they set up their robberies to get out of it insurance wise?
Correct. That's what
we've been saying, Amy.
Yes.
That's what we've been saying.
I have a question. So let's say because you said that I heard y'all talking. Do you think this possibly was a real robbery and within herself she was thinking, well, let me tell them to steal something and I can get out of it by basically saying they stole it?
No, it was all staged. No, it was all staged. I don't go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, Toria, it's when you just said what you said about the gangsters or whatever, I literally had a flashback. I remember, I think I told you guys, I lived in the Bronx and then we moved later on to Queens. The reason we left from the Bronx, I'll never forget it. I was 6 years old. Some of my neighbors, they were tied with that group that y'all just named. And apparently they got robbed. And in the morning, all I remember is waking up and there was this screeching, howling scream coming from down the hall. And everybody ran to see what happened and come to find out. That's what they did. They ended up finding their parents when they went to get ready for school in the morning in the shower. They had literally chopped them and left them inside the tub. Needless to say, we moved we didn't go back to, that didn't even happen to us. That happened in our building. We never went back to that house that day. We left that day and then came and picked up our stuff the next day with a U-Haul truck and never went back and then end up moving out of the Bronx altogether. Yes. So when people don't play when it comes to their money, that's why I'm like, that's not real. That's not how people really do stuff.
Right. That is crazy. Oh my God.
Autumn, years ago, there was in a part of Maryland, a part of Baltimore, there was this place called Dundalk. And it was called O'Donnell Heights because it was like a low income community. They had these drug dealers from New York that would come down. They were Jamaicans. And there was a lot of them women that would get hooked up with these guys and they would just use them for their houses so they could sell drugs out of them. Well, this one chick stole some of their money and they came down and she was in the bathtub, a black girl. She was beautiful too. It did hurt me to my heart. And she had a 5-year-old little boy. They shot her and killed her in the bathtub and they shot the little boy in the head, but he lived.
Wow.
Oh, thank God.
He had lived and then he was able to identify them at 5 years old and they got them. But
thank God.
I'm telling you, when people come to your house because you owe them money, like what PK is into.
Mhm.
They don't play.
They're
And
not
they
asking
tying,
questions. Yeah, they're not leaving your cell phone at the front gate. That's
they're
not
not.
Do you think those
real.
They're
robbers,
not
you know,
gonna
they say
do
a lot of,
that.
can I say something? You know, they say a lot of robbers when they go into people's houses, they don't want people to be there. That's actually usually the accident. They usually try to come in when no one's there. So maybe
Right.
that's why they
Right. Unless it's a setup.
Because usually, if most people who rob and they wind up killing somebody, it's because it's an accidental. They came in the house and the person was there and they had to fight the person.
There's a confrontation. Right.
Sometimes they don't want to be there. So maybe her being compromisable and telling them what they needed to get, they didn't hurt her because they didn't even want her to be there.
Right.
Okay,
Well,
I can
this
see
is
why they
something they
didn't
didn't know.
hurt her. I can see why they didn't hurt her, but then to assist her and go the extra mile to do all these things, like they were Uber drivers or something, like she was ordering Uber Eats, like they was real accommodating, like they work for customer service.
Way
I ain't
too
never heard it.
accommodating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Toria, go ahead.
And you know, robbers, they're gonna run away and get away as fast as they can. They strolled away. They wasn't in no hurry. And then when he put that phone down by the gate, I laughed so hard. I'm like, this is unreal. This is staged. And where she lives, her neighbors, everybody knows she
Yeah.
has all that film crew there. That it's a lot of traffic in that house. So these weren't no real robbers.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like nobody's seen nothing. It just all just looks so
Do you think
suspicious.
that's
And
gonna be what the theme this season, if she's lying or not, or they faked it or not?
I don't think it'll come out because it didn't
I
come
don't
out
think it's
in the
gonna circle
blog
back.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're done. Yeah, I think they're done with it. I don't think they're. Here's the thing: they're not going to circle back to it because nobody's going to want to look like an asshole questioning her. It's left up. It's left up. It's left up to us to question it, but they're not going to circle back to it. No.
The police ain't even investigating no more. The police ain't even investigating it. They dropped it.
He put the cell phone down all nice and gingerly. If you don't throw that cell phone down, the cell phone should have been cracked.
I would have smashed it, stomped on it.
Something that none of that makes sense. Like who?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, none of that makes sense.
The robbers was way too damn nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the show right here. My little cousin about to come home in a minute. So thank y'all for coming on. I appreciate y'all. I love you. And Toria, you didn't get kicked off my show. We always appreciate it. But now you're probably gonna have Zach mad at me.
AT2, I got another show suggestion for you. Are you watching the Vicky White and Casey White story from them escaped criminals?
You know what? I was going to talk about it a few days ago, but I felt like it was too late. Do y'all want to talk about that?
I do. I don't know about anyone else because it's like more stuff is coming out. Like they just announced that they did a dry run beforehand and all this other stuff. It's getting crazier by the day. And now they're trying to say that she did herself in. And I don't believe that story because if you listen to the 911 call that she made, don't sound like she was planning on going out in the hell of glory. So this stuff not adding up. And I'm really curious to what the community is thinking.
Yeah, I'll do a poll question and then I'll ask and see if anybody still wants to talk about it. If they do, then yeah, I'll definitely do it. I'll do it on there. I'll do another show on it. Yeah, but that's like I have been keeping up with it. I'm very interested in it. So yeah. But thank you, Anna's mom. Thank you, Amy J. Thank you, Toria, for coming on. You ladies have a good one. Okay.
Well, bye-bye.
Good night.
All right, bye, y'all. All right, y'all. We are at the end of our show. I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you already have it. Also, all the links for our sponsors and everything else is in the chat. So make sure you guys go ahead and click on those and subscribe or either sign up for the 2-day event that Dr. Lisa has coming up. Heart of Inspiration. Y'all know who she is. All right, y'all. We out of here. I'm going to play the outro and I don't know if I'll be back later tonight. I don't know. It depends. I might be back later tonight just to shoot the shit with y'all. It all depends, y'all. But we out of here. Deuces.